Yo, what's good? I'm Trey,
It's your boy Million.
and you have tuned in to Listening to Millions.
It is deeper than a podcast. Come sit down with us.
All right, before we get started in today's topics, Million, how you doing today, man?
Honestly, bro, I'm pretty good, man. How was your weekend?
Hey, my weekend was good. I was really just locked in working on some podcast stuff. I got the website up and running. I kind of got some stuff going with the Instagram and so TikTok pages too. So it was real productive for me. How about you, man?
It was fun and productive. I mean, you always gotta have the business, reaching millions, things of that nature, listening to millions too. And then I did go to a couple of parties. I didn't go to homecoming, so I had to make up for it this weekend.
I
So
feel you.
I had a nice little time. One bad thing did happen, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the video.
All right. Hey, look, I was the exact opposite. I went out too much during homecoming, so I had to make up for that. But listening to millions, we're not all about reaching people and talking to people and listening to music. We can talk about finance a little bit too. Let's get a couple millions. All right, so starting off with this finance type topic. What are you invested in, Mill?
Should I tell y'all my portfolio though? Okay, the things that I'm invested in right now, I got a whole share in Tesla. I stay talking Tesla. I need to put more money into it. But Tesla, I got ETFs. Do you know what an ETF is?
I do not know what an ETF is.
Ooh, man, you got to be put down on an ETF.
Is it like a S&P? Is it like a S&P?
Exactly.
S&P
It's like a fund that follows the S&P 100.
Okay.
500. So it's like you can't lose, bro. Like when you actually do your research on it, bro, you can't really lose. If you lose at the S&P 500, the least of your worries is investing.
Yeah.
You have to be. It's America.
Yeah, that's what I mean? Like because I'm invested in one of the Spider S&P 500.
That's exactly what I got. I got Spider and I got Vanguard VOO, and then I think I just bought like a stock in I just bought a stock in Corsair, and then I have I hate to say it, I have Dogecoin.
Oh,
I hate to
glad
say it, bro.
you said Dogecoin.
Bro, I hate to
I am
say
a
it.
happy man today.
Why is that?
Okay, so Dogecoin is like dying. It's the meme coin of 2020. But Shiba Inu is like the next Dogecoin, right? So with the Shiba Inu coin, it has like a market total value of $37 billion. And 41% of the coin has vanished. So that means it's more valuable now. Mm-hmm. So like I'm really happy about this Shiba Inu coin. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I heard about that bullshit, bro. But it's like honestly, I'm just a little hurt because I bought into the hype of Dogecoin. So it's just like, should I buy into the hype of this shit? I should have sold Dogecoin when I seen it going up. Like it hit like 7. It had hit like almost hit $1, and I was like, oh, let me buy some more. As soon as I bought some more, that bitch dropped. I said, oh.
And it hasn't recovered since.
It hasn't, bro.
It got up to like 30 cents at one point over the summer.
I lost so much money.
How much did you lose?
Bro,
you want to say?
I lost like $200-$300.
And that's facts.
And that's why I learned not to buy into the hype. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'd rather have a safe investment than some bullshit. And I think that's what Shiba Inu is.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Shiba Inu is more fact based than a meme coin. It actually has a purpose. I forgot what that purpose is off the top of my head.
You don't even know the
So while I boost this coin up, let me Google it real quick. But yeah, so I invested in it like I want to say 2 or 3 days ago, and I didn't put a lot of money into it because it's only at like, I think it's like 6 cents a coin if it's even that. It might be less than that. It might be like a hay pennies for a coin type shit. And that's like really one of the reasons why I bought into it. But everybody was talking about Shiba Inu, get Shiba Inu to a cent and shit like that. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's get it. But it's another meme cryptocurrency.
It's another meme one, bro. That's what I'm saying,
meme.
Bro.
That's crazy.
They're literally, the only reason why they made that shit is because they was trying to take down Dogecoin or something like that. It was along those lines, and I was just so scorned from Dogecoin,
and
bro.
it just passed Dogecoin in the top 10 cryptocurrencies.
Really?
Yeah, just past Dogecoin. Dogecoin is dead, man.
Bro,
Dogecoin is
stop
dead.
saying that shit.
I'm sorry. I hate
You're
it.
hurting my.
Are you still holding?
Yes, of course I'm still holding.
Oh my God.
I have this thing called a diamond hold. Listen, bro, I'm not selling shit unless I make a profit off of it.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, if I don't make a profit off of it, hopefully my kids do, because I ain't selling shit unless I make a profit off that bitch.
Which
I'm
is
being
smart.
honest with you,
Which
bro.
is smart. That's actually the smart thing to do because a lot of people panic sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's and
yep.
you never know what happens because Dogecoin exploded out of nowhere. It's possible that it explodes again, but I bought into the hype. I didn't do much research. I saw a couple TikToks said Shiba Inu, watched a couple YouTube videos, and I was like, shit, I'm sold.
Hell no, bro. You got that one.
All right,
Honestly,
here it is.
honestly, I'm still kind of shaky on the whole thought of cryptocurrency as a whole, because they're trying to take down banks and things of that nature, and standard currency, and replace it with this. But I'm just like, how have you bought anything with any of these cryptocurrencies yet?
The only thing I bought, like I haven't bought anything physically with cryptocurrency, but I had one of those Coinbase cards, and I had like 20 or 30 bucks on it, and I was able to use like my crypto wallet at Dollar General or some shit, and I bought like a Powerade or some shit because I ain't have a lot of bread in my checkers account, and I don't like moving money from my savings, and it probably would have been smarter just to move some money from my savings opposed to using my investments.
Yeah.
But I was like, shit, let me see if this shit even work. So I swiped it and that whole worked.
Now, see, that's something that's actually going to be good to invest in, Coinbase.
Yeah.
Because out of all, Coinbase has all the cryptocurrencies, from what I've heard, right?
It doesn't have all of them.
It has almost. It has a good.
It has a good amount. It has all of the ones that have been. It's like Coinbase is like G-rated investing into cryptocurrency. So it only has coins on there that they know aren't a scam, like because a lot of people do those pump and dump crypto scams. So what Coinbase does is they do their research on the coin, make sure it's good, and then when it starts getting a little bit more hype into it, it puts it on its platform. It's like
Now that's
Apple
one
Music
thing that's because on my app,
cryptocurrencies.
on my app right now, I have this thing like my list of like future investments and things of that nature. Coinbase is on there.
Yeah.
Another thing that's on there, Disney. Another thing that's on there, Microsoft. Another thing that's on there, Facebook. I don't know, bro. I feel like you could invest in so much more and get so much more from those investments than fucking cryptocurrency.
Yeah, in all honesty, I feel like you're right, but to a certain extent, I feel like you always have to go with what's new because what's new will always replace what's old.
And that's what I'm scared of, because I'm like, okay, if I don't get into this and it becomes the next internet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people wasn't invested in the internet or Amazon.
But
what if what if this cryptocurrency
like
shit turns into Amazon?
like Bitcoin, bro. Like we were 12, Bitcoin cost like 5 cents. Let's just say our parents were smart and they said, fuck it, let's get this nigga $5 in a Bitcoin. We be fucking rolling right now.
That's
that
what
shit
I'm
is worth what is it worth? Like $40,000 a coin?
It's up there. It's definitely
So
up there.
hell,
But okay, my thing with
we have like $200,000
yeah,
just off of a $5 investment in 2012.
See, but like again, the whole point of cryptocurrency is to replace the new currency.
Yeah.
People aren't using it like that. They're not. People are damn sure not spending Bitcoin. They're just holding it as an investment, right? Yeah. But it's like if everybody's just holding it as an investment, doesn't it just lose its purpose?
That's how it loses value. But when you start selling it, like with the Shiba Inu thing, 41% of the coin was sold. So when you sell that much and it like the supply is burned out, then the value increases.
Oh, okay.
So that's
but when you're saying
like anything else.
when you say sell it, you're talking about sell it to other people.
Yeah, sell it to other people.
But that means it never really.
Or sell it back to the well, not sell it in the sense of. Let me say use it.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Because when I said sell it, I meant sell it in the aspect of how I sold my cryptocurrency when I went to the fucking Dollar General and bought a drink with my Coinbase card. You know what I'm saying? But back into Shiba Inu, so I found out what it is. It is a meme-based coin, right? But how it works is the SHIB is issued as an Ethereum token, which is compatible with the vast Ethereum ecosystem. Advantages include compatibility with Ethereum wallets, the Coinbase wallet, or MetaMask, availability on decentralized exchanges or DEXs like Uniswap, the potential for SHIB to be incorporated into ETH-based DeFi applications like lending and saving products and NFT marketplaces. Like I still don't know what the fuck Dogecoin does, and I don't know what the fuck that even means.
Bro,
but
it's pretty much saying that you're able.
words.
It's pretty much saying that you're gonna be able to use it with other platforms and things of that nature. But like again, why invest in all that shit when you can invest in the thing that's you're gonna be like if you're gonna be buying a or using a Coinbase card, why not invest in Coinbase instead of
the cryptocurrencies?
Exactly. Because if Coinbase because really what with investing in Coinbase is probably smarter because think about it, right? You're pretty much investing in all those cryptocurrencies at once.
Pretty much.
All it takes is one of those hoes to blow for Coinbase to be
and that's a fact. I got scared for a second. I thought the recorder stopped. I was shit myself.
You can't be bugging with me like that. You can't be fucking with me like that, bro.
I'm glad I stopped this because now we can move into our next topic. Evolution, right? You know, you sent me a TikTok like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I never watched it until like a day or two ago. But it mentioned giant skeletons and having sex with archangels and shit. So, and it posed the question like, if we're finding giant skeletons, first of all, is the evolution theory that we have now even true? And second of all, is evolution even real?
See,
what do you believe about evolution?
I mean, with evolution is just honestly, I believe in the whole evolution theory.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily know if I believe in the skeleton shit because I stay hearing that. I stay hearing about that shit, but it's just like
it's been around since like mid last year quarantine type.
Right,
shit.
But why don't I see that shit in like museums?
Cause it's fake. it's a theory now, and the reason why I think it's so popular is because the whole Nephilim thing. You know, it's like I think it's Nephilim. It's in the Bible. It's like one of those things where the God forbidden angels to have sex with humans, and what happens is you have these fucking Attack on Titans sized giant human beings when this shit happens. So that's what it's like based off. It's based off the biblical story.
They could be hiding it from us. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they are trying to hide some shit from us. Like, honestly, bro, the government is shiesty. If you don't think that them niggas is hiding some shit from us, bro, you tweak it.
You know what? That couldn't well be what it is. Like, maybe they don't want us to know that Christianity is true. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, and that's a biblical story. So maybe they're like, well, shit, if they find these giant skeletons, then Christianity can be 100% correct. And then that'll stop. I don't know.
But see, like, what would be the point of doing that though? Like hiding like Christian, like the fact that honestly, I feel like that would make the world more peaceful. If anything, like okay, cool. So maybe we should read the Bible. Like if we found out that one religion was 100% correct, that would make life so much easier, bro.
If we found out one religion was complete like 100% correct, I feel like that'll be damn near the end of the world. I feel like other religions would end up being marginalized. They'd be put in camps until they decided to convert. I feel like those people who don't want to convert will rebel, and it'll start some type of crazy ass war. I don't think us having one religious belief at this point in time would be beneficial. Now, if it was a thing where like, we played the perfect game of telephone, and for centuries and centuries we were able to keep the same religion in everybody's belief or in everybody's household or in everybody's belief system, and then we had different sections of the same religion, I feel like that would be possible. But nowadays, in 2021, do I think we can all have one religion out of nowhere and everybody accept that shit? Fuck no.
Hey, I'm gonna answer to that, but why does the second bar look a lot larger than the top one?
Oh, because that's your voice compared to mine.
Right, like is yours low?
No, I'm just talking differently. So you might be a little bit louder, a little bit closer, but it won't do shit.
Oh, okay, cool.
It won't do shit.
I was just making sure.
Yeah,
but yeah, I get what you're saying, but again, that's like how when I say 100%, right? 100%, it means like it's non-negotiable. Like it's like 100%. Like we see the sun outside. 100%, we know that the sun is there. if we knew that God was out there 100% or Christianity was real 100%, I don't think it would ruin shit. I think everybody would be like, okay, shit, so maybe we should listen to Jesus. Maybe we should listen to this shit.
Is water wet?
Is water wet? I mean, what you mean?
Is water wet?
What does that have to do with this shit?
Answer the question. Just
what the fuck
yes
does that
or no.
have to do with it?
Yes or no, is water wet?
I hate answering that shit, bro. Water is... I swear my shit changes every time I hear that shit. Is water wet? Water is not wet.
Exactly. And you proved my point right there. We can't even agree if water is wet. And in my eyes, it's 100% correct. If you look at the science, it's no way water can't be wet. You feel me? Because how the hell can I wet something with a substance and it still not be wet? And I feel like it's the same with religion. I feel like you can have 100% knowledge on something being right, but somebody will find their own theory or their own way to spin things to feel as if their religious belief would be correct.
There's some shit out there that is 100% right, though.
Yeah.
Like, well, is there? Like, okay, we see right outside the grass is green, my nigga. You can't debate some shit. And
sometimes grass is yellow.
But that grass out there is green. That grass out there is green. Like, you're right in front of me. You can't debate that. That's facts.
But people will always find a difference. Like, I feel like it even goes to the flat earth thing. Like, do you believe the earth is flat?
Sometimes. I can't even lie. Sometimes them niggas be sounding right. Sometimes them niggas be sounding right.
But look at it from this aspect. We've been in school for years upon years. We have seen photos from space. We can see the sun. We see that the sun isn't flat. We see that the moon isn't flat. But for some reason, we believe that this surface of land that we live on is one flat surface. We know that there's no flat planet, but our planet is flat. And I feel like that's the same way people feel about religion.
Again, though, like, on some real shit, though, like, regarding to, like, the earth is flat, on some real shit, like, if there's one person that, like, controls everything, like, if there's a group of people that controls everything and feeds you what you need to know. The Illuminati, I don't think them niggas is real. I think there is a group out there like them niggas. But the Illuminati,
I think
they played out.
Either. I think, and it's weird because I'm in a fraternity, but I feel like Masons, like not Prince Hall Freemasons like the black. I'm talking about like the white Masons. Like, I feel like Masonry is like what it is. I don't think it's like the base level Masonry with the poor white folk. Well, not the poor, with the average white and black people. I'm talking about like Freemasonry up there with George Bush and shit.
I've heard like wealthy ass families is the one that's controlling shit.
Oh yeah, like
the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. Have you ever heard about the Rothschilds?
I haven't heard about the Rothschilds.
The Rothschilds, they're my niggas, bro. I ain't even gonna fuck.
I ain't gonna lie.
Apparently, these niggas own banks. Like, I'm talking about banks across since since Britain had kings. Well, they still got kings and shit. But they had banks and they owned banks and shit way, way, way back when. And that wealth just continued to build on and build on. And I'm just like, damn, that shit's fire to me. And a lot of people be hating on that shit, I feel. Like, why is it that, like, the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, when they get money, now they become evil?
I feel like the only people rationalize. And it's crazy because in the last podcast, I was saying I feel like rich people sold their soul. But at the end of the day, the only reason why I said that is because we have crazy theories to things that we can't find attainable. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I don't feel like I can do this myself, like, especially if I'm somebody who's been working my ass off for 20, 30 years, and I'm like, shit, I never got the $1 million break. How the fuck do these niggas do it?
That's some hated shit, bro.
And I feel like that's what it stems from. I feel like
this nigga sold his soul. This nigga sold his soul.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a cop-out. Although I say Jeff Bezos, I say it in the sense of people sell their belief systems, and every once in a while I might joke around talking about the demons and shit. But at the end of the day, I feel like when we can't find something attainable to ourselves, we just say, oh, the devil had to do it. Because I pray, bullshit. I believe in God. So it's not bullshit. God, it got to be the devil. You know what I'm saying?
That's bullshit.
But I feel like it's...
Because Christians love to turn that shit around and be like, oh, Me being fat is the devil. No, bitch. No, bitch. That's you. That's you picking up that. Sometimes I guess I kind of feel bad for the nigga.
Yeah.
Because it's like everybody blames the nigga and he's like, damn, I ain't even fucking with you. I ain't even fucking with your ass. Like, you know what I mean? Or honestly, I don't even know if the.
What are your religious beliefs? Do you hold true to a certain system?
I read the Bible occasionally. Like I have one in my car. I've
Yeah.
been reading it a lot more. But that's just more for like the wisdom purposes and things of that nature. And you know, I do have a strong belief in God.
Do you believe in Jesus?
I do have a belief in Jesus. You know, I have those beliefs, but then I have those, you know, second guesses sometimes. And I just be like, what if like a God is really just what it like accumulate, like what if the human mind just was like, okay, like 30 people got together and created a God. Now that God exists only because of the 30 people. And the stronger the God is based off of how many people believe in that. And then you wonder why so many successful people think Jesus and God and Christianity is because that's the leading religion in the world.
I feel like I identify myself as Christian, and that's because like I don't really believe that there's any specific religion that's 100% correct. And I'll put that out there right now. Like I feel as if it's a piece of every single religion that's somewhat correct everywhere. But the reason why I identify with Christianity is because it's the easiest way for me to connect with God.
I fucks with it.
And that's how like I grew up. I grew up in the Baptist church. I went to church. I listened to gospel music. That's how I like connecting with God. So that's why I went so strong on the belief of Christianity, not because I believe that the Bible is law or that I believe Christianity's belief system is 100% correct. It's just the easiest way for me to connect to a higher power. And I feel like there are other ways to connect to higher powers.
Right. Back to what we was talking about with the devil and shit like that. I was gonna bring up my guy. He's like, I forgot what this nigga was. His name is Neville Goddard. I don't know if you ever known him before. Neville Goddard. He has these crazy ass explanations of the Bible, and it's like really crazy. Like one of his explanations was like, the devil really isn't real. The devil is God in a sense.
What?
Yes, bro.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull that up.
This nigga Neville Goddard is a goat, bro. But he explains it with so much accurate. Like, bro, it sounds so accurate when he puts it into perspective. You guys got to just check him out. That's my guy. I be listening to Neville Goddard sometimes, and he just be talking like, what's another thing his crazy ass has said? He said something about how. Have you ever read the Book of Revelations?
Yes, I have.
That shit's scary. I ain't even gonna lie.
And that's what I say. Like, all right. First of all, I found a subreddit on Neville Goddard, so we're about to get into that shit. But I feel like everybody needs to read the Book of Revelations. I feel like it's one thing if you don't have a belief system, if you listen to the Book of Revelations, if you read the Book of Revelations, it'll scare you into something. Like I feel like a lot of people who are atheists and I don't really blame agnostic people. I really look at atheist people different. So I feel like if you're atheist, just take a look into the Book of Revelations. Look at what that one chapter of the Bible is saying, and look at what's going on in the world. Like look at the earthquakes, look at the diseases that are spreading around. Like you'll probably be like, damn, maybe I should believe in at least something.
So you think that we're close to the end of the world?
I don't think that we're close. I don't think that the end of the world is okay. Close is a relative theory. Humans haven't been around for that long. So do I feel as if the end of the world will happen within the next 70 to 80 years while we're still here? Hell no. But do I think that close as in 200 to 300 years from now, it might be a full-blown apocalypse? Hell yeah. Within 200 to 300 years, I feel like that's possible. I feel like close is all about relativity, and I feel like that's close as fuck, at least for humankind, because shit, America's only been a country for about 200 years. So close is relative, and I feel like in the aspect of it being near, is I feel like within the next 200, 300 years, the earth as we know it won't be here. But do I feel like it's going to happen while my kids are here or while my kids are here? Not really.
I don't know. I don't think the world will ever. I guess I can't really say it will never end, but I guess I'm agreeing with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With 200, 300, but nah, I don't even think it would be that much. Cause think about it, bro. You have to think like the Bible isn't the longest word that's been around, the longest recorded thing that's been around. There's other religions that's been around longer that has talked about the end of the world.
Yeah.
And hey, that shit didn't come true. Like I feel like everybody talks about the end of the world and how, it's gonna happen, but that shit may not happen.
All right, we're not gonna get into the subreddit. It's gonna be too much to read.
I'm telling you, but I just wanted like the
bring up-
listeners to check him out. Cause I'm telling you, my guy Neville Goddard really be on some shit, bro.
So when it comes to God, right? So we both believe in a. Do you believe in a monotheology?
Monotheist.
Monotheist.
Monotheistic.
You believe in one God, right? You believe there's one God and one God only.
Yeah. And I feel like if you believe in the devil, you're believing in two gods.
I don't think that.
Because you know why?
Why?
So you tell me why you think that the devil is real.
Because I feel like even when it comes to I don't know if yin and yang is a Hindu belief, but when it comes to ancient Chinese belief or Buddhist belief, I think yin and yang is a Buddhist belief. But even when it comes to that, like to all good there's evil, and without good there is no evil, and without evil there is no good. You need the two things to balance each other out. Like I don't feel like there's like, you feel me, like both of those things exist to make the world whole. So in the aspect of I don't believe the devil is God is because you need somebody who opposes God in order for us to have good in the world. You know what I'm
Prove
saying?
my point. You're saying that you need someone to oppose God, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I feel like we all know that God is the all powerful. You know what I mean? Right?
Yes.
There is nothing that can oppose him except himself because he's literally all powerful. You think the devil has a lick of shit on God?
I feel like he can stir the pot.
No. No way. Ain't no way, bruh. There is no way. If he's all powerful, the devil can't do that shit. But this is what I was getting into with Neville Goddard, because Neville Goddard says that God created evil. Like you know what I mean? He literally created evil. So in a way, he's playing both sides of the spectrum. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. That could be. That could very well be possible.
I be thinking that God is like a mad scientist. No cap. No
That's
cap.
actually a fire ass theory. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, that nigga says that
Opened my eyes a little bit.
God created literally because he saw the balance. Like he saw that he had to have created, since he created everything.
Yeah,
he had no choice but to create evil.
But in a sense, he did create evil because before devil, like, because he created Lucifer, right?
Yeah, he created him.
So what if like both things hold true? Like he purposely pissed Lucifer off so that he can, like, he was like, oh yeah, this is my antagonist.
God's
like
plan.
Yeah, like what if he said, "This is my attack. This is the person I want to oppose me." Like
that's what
nobody
I'm saying.
else has the balls to do this, but this guy, I like him.
But at the same time, bro, another thing that, bro, I be listening to a lot of like different like theories on God and shit like that.
Yeah,
I forgot who this nigga was, but we're all like, they literally be talking about how like we're all God in a sense, because like we all come from him type shit.
Yeah.
We're all made in his image type shit. And maybe literally like he's just everything. So we're all just like, we're all God. We're all one.
We definitely all have some God in us. But my thing is like, okay, we've been talking about a lot about God and Christianity, right? And religion. Do you feel as if black Christians are hypocrites purely because, or not hypocrites, are ignorant? Because and for the most part we weren't really, or at least they say that we weren't Christians, although Christianity started in Africa, but they say that that we were ripped from our true religious beliefs, and then they forced Christianity on us when we got to the Americas, which I quite frankly don't believe as true. Because, like I said, Christianity itself started in Africa, and I think it's very well that just as fast as it spread it to Jerusalem, it spread it to Lagos, Nigeria. So, from that aspect, I don't believe that Christianity was forced upon our people. I feel like there are people in Africa who have different religious beliefs, and those people who came to America might have been stripped of their own personal religious beliefs, but Christianity as a whole being like forced upon black people, I don't think that's true. But do you think that's true? I answered my own question while asking you the question. My bad.
No, you straight. But let me just add something on to what you were saying about Christianity. Like I think I never really explained my point of view. Like I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, but I don't necessarily believe in Christianity.
I feel you don't believe in an organized religion.
Exactly. And no, even then, I still think that somebody literally fabricated the Bible.
I do
And
too.
was just like, you know what? This is a necessity so people have more like whoever created the Bible was a fucking genius. Because they're like, okay, niggas is eating each other. Niggas is fucking other niggas, well, I don't know how that is. What's going on, bro? I don't know how that is. But niggas is fucking animals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Niggas is fucking animals. And then they was like, yeah, we have to have a moral code to live by. And that's, bro, what if religion was only created for that? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was strictly created so that we can live a better life.
That could be a theory, but like just before I answered that part of your statement, you said something I really liked when you said like you don't really believe in Christianity as a whole. You believe in God and Jesus, but not Christianity. Because sometimes I feel like I'm the same way, but I still identify as Christian. But that's because like when you were talking about the Bible, like a genius created the Bible, and I feel like that's true because like it's so many versions of the same book, right? Like we have a New Testament, an Old Testament, we have a King James version, we have a this version, a that version. Like it's so many.
That nigga King James was a terrible person.
It's so many versions of the same Bible, and it makes me think like, it's so many versions of the same book, so it makes me think like, me and you can read the same sentence and get two completely different interpretations from it. When we were in third, fourth, fifth grade in elementary school playing telephone, you could say that the book is red, and by the time it got to the end of to the last fifth grader, the story would be the pencil was blue. You know what I'm saying? So it's never been. We as people aren't good storytellers. There are people who know how to make stories interesting, but I don't feel like when it comes to being verbatim note taker storytellers, we as a race, as a humankind, are not good storytellers. Because even when it comes to words, I can say something in Spanish and in English, you can translate it to understand what I'm saying, but it won't be a word for word translation. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the Bible, it was written in Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this Hebrew text where you read and you interpreted it in English. I can't speak Hebrew, so I don't know if what you said, what you interpreted in English is actually correct. I'm just taking your word for it. You feel me?
Right.
So at the end of the day, like who knows, with as many versions and as many hands that have touched that Bible, who knows what we're reading today as today's Bible is even the original course of text.
No, that's big facts.
That we were meant to read.
That's big facts. Like I tell people all the time, like you really think that niggas didn't just say, you know what, fuck it. I don't like the fact that niggas is kissing other niggas.
Being gay is bad. Let's put that in the
being
Bible.
gay is bad. They'd be like, fuck, I just ate some terrible ass pork. No more eating pigs. Like what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
niggas really like. There's especially in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
These niggas was talking about how you can't mix materials together, silk and other materials together, or you're going to hell type shit. What the fuck? Like a nigga really sat there and was like, you know, I really don't fuck with how comfortable this is feeling.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and tell these niggas like, but like. That's why I definitely don't believe in that aspect of it. It's wisdom, though.
Yeah.
You definitely need to read the Bible for wisdom.
Oh, I'll never tell nobody not to read the Bible. I feel as
Yeah.
And of course, I feel like everybody needs that one Bible verse that they live by, or at least close to their hearts. Like I feel like everybody has their one. But I want to get into the next topic a little bit.
All right, go for it.
White people.
Man.
Why are they so scared of niggas? Like, I know we were talking about the Bible. I know we were having like a real serious conversation. But like throughout this whole conversation, all I could think about was, all right. So a while back, me and my girl, we went to the store, right? We was at like CVS or some shit. Or Walgreens or something, right? So my girl, I'm inside, I'm paying for whatever we're getting. I think like we got some pictures, some juice, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then my girl, she walked outside, she was going to the car. And when she walked outside, she like the dude started talking to her. He recognized the shirt that the school that was on her shirt. So he was talking to her about the school or whatever, saying that he went there, you know, he taught a few classes there after he graduated and shit like that. And then I come outside. And then the dude is like, whoa, you don't gotta hit me, buddy. I'm just flirting. And I'm like, dude, like, the same school you're talking about right now is the same school that I go to. Like,
Oh, that was here
yeah.
at Fort Valley.
In Fort Valley, isn't goddamn
A white
Warner
boy
Robin.
in Fort Valley.
White, old ass white dude. Like,
Oh, it was an old ass white dude.
White
Okay,
guy,
okay,
old
okay,
white
okay,
guy.
okay.
And it just plays into the not into the theory. Well, yeah, into the theory or into my thought process. Like, white people are true. Like, they're not scared of black women. They're not scared of black children. They're scared of black men. Not saying all white people, but at least older white people. I feel like we all have this negative connotation that young black dudes are bad. Well, not we all. I feel like some white people, I don't want to put everybody in a box. You know me. Like, I try to be fair to everybody. But I feel like some older white people like really listen to this Fox News shit to where if you see a black dude in public, oh, that's nothing but bad news. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have on a suit, you might want to kill him. Like, I don't feel like, and for a long time, I felt like we were all equal. Like, it wasn't that fear because I went to school. Like, I went to private school and charter schools. I played travel baseball. I was immersed in the white culture type shit. So, like, I never felt discriminated against when I was with them. But it made me, like, that one scenario made me think about what they think about us when they don't know us. Because that dude didn't know me. I didn't even have the opportunity to say, hey. He couldn't even hear my voice. Maybe if he heard my voice, would say, shit, like, this dude might be white. But, you know what I'm saying? He never had that opportunity. He just automatically, oh, black bad. Let me protect myself real quick.
Honestly, white people need to understand that we're just as scared of them as they are scared of us.
Oh, yeah, I'm
if
scared.
Anything more.
I'm
you
scared
know
as
how
fuck.
scared I am of white children, bro? I can't be in the same room as a white child. Not because I will do
I like
anything.
white kids.
No, fuck that. Not because I would do anything, but because I'm already thinking like, bruh, all it takes is for this little kid to be like, mommy, he hurt me.
And it's rap.
And that's raps. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it, nigga.
I'm scared.
It's raps. Same thing with a white woman. Yeah. If I'm walking down the damn street at night and a white woman is across the street, I'm turning right back around. Fuck all that other shit.
Definitely
bro.
Don't whistle.
Fuck all that other shit.
Emmett Till.
That's what I'm saying,
that
bro.
shit's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't even whistle. The lady said on her deathbed, didn't even whistle.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the
bro.
crazy part, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when the white people who grew up in that era, like, I feel like they have a fear of us. You feel me? I'm not scared of all white people, right? But there's like a certain image that I'm really scared of. Like, I'm talking about like the because, you know, we're in middle and South Georgia. Like, we're in the middle of the South Georgia area. So we see these white people, like, when we go to Walmart with the 15-inch lifted truck, bald head, full beard.
What? You're scared of those white boys?
With the Southern Pride tattoos all over them.
Tweaking, bro. You don't need flags. To be... No, bro.
Because it was another situation when I was working at Lowe's, bro. I was working at Lowe's, and this was my first summer working at Lowe's. Because usually I worked for Lowe's 2 summers in a row. First summer, I was outside in the parking lot, and it was the 4th of July. It was me and this dude named Niles. Like, me and Niles, we still cool to this day because of this whole situation. Like, we were in the parking lot, we were pushing carts, and it was these white dudes, and they were from this area. Like, their plate said Lawrence County, and I live in Fulton County. Lawrence County is a whole 2.5 hours from where I live. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are these white dudes shopping at Lowe's in fucking 2.5 hours? But I thought nothing of it because a lot of our pros travel far because not every Lowe's has like everything you need. And ours was like the hub for like the I guess like the North Georgia and South Georgia area, whatever. Like ours was like the biggest Lowe's within a 2 mile, within like a 200-mile radius or some shit. So a lot of people do travel to our store. But long story short, we were outside in the parking lot, right? And I was staring at it was this big, I mean, this beautiful woman. Like she had fat ass, like I mean, gorgeous. But as she was walking,
Was she
by,
black or white?
she was black.
Okay.
As she was walking in, the white guys were walking out. So I'm staring at this chick. I'm like, bro, bad. I mean, MILF. I mean, like 30, look good, body. I was like, oh my God. Like, you know, I'm not all about the physical, but that woman, she was fine. All right, but back into the story. All right, so the dudes, they like, what you looking at, boy? I was like, you talking to me? Like, I was like, so I pointed at myself. I was like, yeah, you. Boy, you better stop playing with me. I'll put you on a rope and tie you to the back of my car.
What?
And I was like, what the fuck? And in that one instance, like at that moment, I was like, bro, you got me fucked up. Like that's like he didn't say that. So like I didn't even respond. I said, what the fuck? Like I did like one of those faces, like one of the faces, and then I walked inside. I pushed my car aside and I went to the bake room. And I told the dude I was in the parking lot with, like, I was like, bro, like I think these white dudes just told me that they'll tie me to the back of their car. So he was like, ain't no fucking way they just did that. So after that, we both go outside and then like they're in the parking lot with ropes in their hand.
What?
Like in the shape of a noose. Like we walk back outside. I'm talking about like walk back outside 5-10 minutes later. They were literally sitting on the back of their car. And then we come outside, they got ropes on the back of their hand. And then when like I had like, cause there was a that the Lowe's I worked at, there was a shooting that happened there like earlier that year or a year ago where a dude died in the parking lot. And ever since that moment, there's been a cop car parked in the parking lot at all times. Mm-hmm. So like as soon as I seen them, like, well, look at us, and they did like one of these motions with the rope, and I like walked straight over to the cop car. I was like, dude, like these niggas got nooses. Like they told us
that. Was it a black guy in the cop car?
Yeah, it was a black guy in the cop car. It was a black guy. It was a black cop.
What his ass do?
He just drove over there. He said, what? That's no way. He drove over there, and as soon as his car started moving in their direction, they like rushed in the car and drove off. So like that was like, and I was only, I want to say I was only 19 years old at the time. Like that shit was scary to me. Like to a 19-year-old, like who, especially since I had been around white people basically my whole life, that one instance was like, what the fuck? Like it's really hatred out here. And ever since then, I've been scared of that state. But then again, I realized like they were more scared of me than I was of them. But in that moment, I'm like, bro, these dudes, like, who's telling like what they really wanted to do with that fucking rope? Like, who's telling like if they was just swinging it around to prove a point, or if they were actually trying to do something to me?
I don't know, bro. I'm not scared of those type of white guys, though. I'm gonna be honest with you, because at least I know I need to stay the fuck away from them. Yeah. The white people that I'm scared of is the ones that act like they're your friend, and then behind your back, they're really. How can I explain this? Like, I really feel like a lot of liberal white people have a superiority complex, a Jesus complex. Yeah. Like, they feel like they need to help black people. And if black people don't listen to what they're saying, then they catch an attitude and shit. Those are the ones that I'm scared of because they act like they're your friend. But then behind closed doors, they just want to control you. And that's what I run into a lot. And that's the ones that I'm scared of because it's like, damn. Can I trust you, or are you gonna
ulterior motive?
Exactly.
But one thing I can say, just to tie all this shit back together, do you feel as if we're moving, or a question I can ask, do you feel as if we're moving in the right direction when it comes to racial equality? And not racial equality from like a governmental aspect, from an aspect of we're able to just see where each race is coming from as a whole.
I think we're there.
Do you think we're there?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't really see much more that needs to, well, I guess like police could do a lot better with black people. Aside from that, it's just like, you know, I'm just not really too big into the, you know, oppression thing. Yeah. The oppression theory. I don't want to say it's a theory because then black people gonna jump down my throat and shit. I don't want y'all to jump down my throat. I'm just saying I don't think that we're that oppressed right now.
What I think, like from talking to you, because you know, like of course I know you outside of this shit. We've been friends a long time before we decided to sit down and create Listen in the Millions. But from your aspect, your ideals of oppression isn't necessarily like what people are calling out as oppression. Like, cause I'm saying like when I say oppressed, like we have shitty school systems, we have shitty housing situations, shitty water situations, and you're like, well, shit, that's not really oppression because you have it. You know what I'm saying? Work harder. If you don't like the shit you have, then work harder to get out that situation, which is true. You can do that. But like when I think of oppression, I'm thinking of, well, shit, this is the hand that we were dealt, right? And you're the type of person that says, okay, I have this hand. Let me see how I can turn this shitty hand to a good hand. But I feel as if the dealer could have done a better job. You know, do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
No, I completely understand what you're saying.
cause like I just want to use this example. Like when we play spades together, right? If you don't get no spades, what does the dealer do? It's a misdeal. You got to redeal those cards. I feel as if black people are playing the game of spades and we never got no spades. So yeah, I can win a book or two, but at the end of the day, the niggas with the spades have the upper hand.
I definitely understand what you're saying about the spades situation, but everything isn't that black and white, my guy.
Yeah.
Because okay, I see life more of a game of like Monopoly, if anything. If I want to compare life to like a game, I would say Monopoly, because it's like, okay, some people roll and they go straight to jail. Some people roll and they get properties off the first go or some shit like that, or go straight to go or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it happens. I think that we oppress ourselves by thinking that we're oppressed.
Okay.
I think that when you start thinking that, okay, so like let's say I locked you in a room, right?
Right.
I locked you in your room for like 3 years or some shit.
Okay.
And you keep every day for the first year, you keep knocking and banging on that door, right?
Right.
And you keep on, checking to see if it's unlocked, trying to get out. By the second year, you stop a little bit less. By the third year, you just completely give up on it. Like, you're just like, you know what? The door is locked. The door is locked. But if you never try and see if the door is unlocked, like, what if somebody unlocked that bitch? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like, but the fact that you start thinking that, the door is locked at all times, you give up.
Yeah.
And if we keep on telling ourselves that we have no opportunities because the cards wasn't dealt to us correctly, then shit, we won't have any opportunities. We have another Black Wall Street that they have created in Georgia or something along those lines. I know in my neighborhood, at least, nothing but black people.
Yeah, I live in a gated community in South Fulton, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like people drive through my neighborhood like, damn, like this must be where the white folks stay on this side of town.
Yep.
No.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing but successful black people.
Black people,
doctors,
bro. That's
lawyers.
what I'm saying. And you're proving it. Like, honestly, there's opportunities out here.
Yeah,
you
we
can't
have.
sit here and tell me. You can't sit here and tell me that.
And
we
like I
don't.
said, you aren't wrong. Like a point that you always make, like when we're having these arguments with Khalil, Troy, Alex, shout out to our boys.
Uh-huh.
But when we're having these arguments with them, like your main point is like, bro, 2020, 2021, like this is the best time to ever be black. Like being black is almost an advantage nowadays.
Yes, it is, bro.
And and don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my skin color. I love being black. But at the end of the day, we are allotted certain advantages, like when it comes to opportunities and things of that nature, when people are trying to do their whole culture, or companies, they're trying to do the whole culture diversity thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like those opportunities are allotted to a certain type of black person. And I feel like it's a lot of stuff that hasn't been tapped into in communities like the one that we live in right now, like Fort Valley. These kids don't have shit to do. They don't have opportunity. They have
That is
school.
true.
They have football. That's it. If not, you gang banging. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, them little kids at the UVs is bad as hell.
exactly.
Them motherfuckers be running around all willy nilly, bro.
And that's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
let me also say this though, right? Again, everybody in Fort Valley, I feel like they already established this. Like when you're born in Fort Valley, I hate to say it like this, but it's like you're not getting out.
Yeah.
If you're born in Fort Valley, you're not getting out. So like people I work with at Dollar General, you know what I mean? There's people that's been there since they was kids.
yeah,
They're not getting out of that. And this isn't a like a wealthy ass place to be. You know what I mean? This shit is a pretty poor town. And the fact
For
that they start
those-
thinking that they start getting comfortable with it because that's all they see,
Yeah.
and now they don't know how to get out.
So that people can get an idea of where we're at right now. Like, we're in school. Don't get me wrong. Like, we're in the best place. Like, Fort Valley State University is literally the heart of this town, right?
Facts.
But what is the one thing you could compare our school's town to, like, so people can get an understanding of it? Like
We're definitely country.
you have a city from a
concrete.
movie, like a city from a movie. Like, I was
city
trying to
from
think
a
of a
movie.
city from a movie or a cartoon. Like, I think like it's not as bad as where Courage the Cowardly.
It's not
Dog.
courage. It's not
It's
courage.
not Courage the Cowardly
It's not
Dog
courage.
bad.
I was thinking courage too. I was like, damn, what's the house?
Like out here in the middle of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that bad.
Well, like once you drive a couple miles out,
Couple
miles out of
miles.
town,
Yeah.
you start getting that bad. But what is a town that we could compare Fort Valley to?
Like I've been trying to think, like, ever since we started this conversation, I've been trying to think of one. What is a good comparison? Like a small country town. Fuck it. We can't figure. Let us know in the comments. Think of a small country town from whatever state, country, county, city you're from. Like, think of a small area. Or shit, nah. Let me redo that. Think of a small area from one of your favorite TV shows, whatever, like a country ass town. That's what Fort Valley is. Nobody lives here, and the people who live here don't leave.
Yeah, they really don't, bro. And it's really just sad. Like I said, they're in that trap. Like I said, they're trapped. And they at one point in time they stop. They don't see the opportunity, even though there is an opportunity. They don't see it, and they give up on trying to unlock the door.
Okay, so although I think I know your answer to this question, but my question to you still is, if nobody tells you that you had this opportunity, how are you going to be able to believe that you have it? Like,
Which
if
is
you have no
completely-
knowledge, like if I have no knowledge that this is an option for me, how am I supposed to know that I can take it?
Which is completely, understandable. It's definitely like a hard question. Like you can't tell somebody to think of another color like that's not on the rainbow or some shit without knowing or seeing another one of those colors. You know what I mean? I definitely understand that, but again, life isn't so black and white. You just gotta eventually try and get out. I don't think life is that fucked up to the point where you'll never have an opportunity. Like there's opportunity. Every single person in life is in America, at least.
Yeah.
Every single person in America, because America is one of the richest countries in the world. Even our poorest people is is some of the richest people compared to other places.
Yeah.
Has had an opportunity in some way, shape, or form, and some people take it, some people don't. Now, okay, even better though. The reason why I know that these people have opportunity is because Fort Valley State University is here.
That's facts.
Fort Valley State University
This
is
is
here.
an opportunity right here.
This is a whole ass opportunity
Within
right
the
here,
community.
right in front of you. So if you're still stuck in Fort Valley and you see a whole ass if you're still stuck in Fort Valley with the same ass mindset, so like I said, opportunities could be right there, but it God will put it in plain sight. It's either you gonna find it or you're not.
That's facts. That's facts.
Hey, I'm
that's-
telling you, cuz.
All right, bet. That's how we gonna end this bit.
All right. We have reached the end of this podcast. Thank you for listening to Millions. Like, subscribe, comment. If you have any suggestions for us, let us know in the comments below. We have open ears at all times. Trey, you want to leave him with something?
It's deeper than a podcast, and you just sat down with us. Thank you for listening to Millions. We have new episodes coming every Wednesday and Friday. Stay tuned.